4-3, and if Tampa Bay was to lose tonight, they'd be just a game out of first place in the NFC South, which is great news for all of us.
It's incredible, right? Now, the 4-3 record's noteworthy as well. It is the first time Carolina has been above 500 in 4 years. Remember 2021? Sam Darnold was the quarterback, and the Panthers actually won their first 3 games of the season, but they would lose their next 4, and they would end the season just 5-12. So hopefully this 3-game winning streak leads to something more promising. But there is a problem here. Bryce Young got hurt yesterday. The QB turned an ankle in the 3rd quarter and had to come out of the game. And Nate Wimberly is here tonight to give us the latest, of course, on this big injury news. From what I read, Bryce was in a walking boot after the game. What kind of update did we get today?
Really not a lot from the team, but according to reports, it's a high ankle sprain. The team's not ready to rule him out, but the reports are saying 2 to 4 weeks. And I tend to believe those reports, 2 to 4 weeks, because high ankle sprains, they hurt and they linger. Yeah. JT Sanders, the tight end, just came back from something similar to this. It took him out for 3 weeks. So I wouldn't count on Bryce playing at least this week. Now, maybe next week at Green Bay, they play it out and see what happens, but I don't think he's definitely not playing this week. I don't think.
So it's back to the red rifle, right? Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, yes.
How do we feel about that? Does it change the game plan? What do we think?
You know, Andy said it shouldn't change the game plan. It probably shouldn't. You know, you're not going to expect him to be running the ball as much as Bryce. But you know, the one thing Coach talked about today that kind of piqued my interest. He has a great connection with XL. He threw a couple of passes yesterday in the game. At the end of the game for the Panthers, a long 33-yarder at the end of the game. They gave him a first down so they could run out the clock. But the guy that really kind of took off last year, Jalen Coker. True. So they've got a great connection. So kind of look for Jalen Coker to kind of maybe take a step forward in this whole wide receiver room and this thing of him being hurt at the start and now he's coming back. Maybe this is the thing that kicks Jalen Coker forward.
But you also got, this is now a run-first team.
Yes, and that will help. Now, the dispersal of the running yesterday, I'm kind of questioning. Yeah. You know, Rico didn't start, Chuba started, and when Rico went out there, it popped. It looked like the old running game from 2 weeks ago, and then Chuba would come in, and it kind of went back to just slow trotting. So, look, they can run the ball. They still ran for 125 yards. I'm not going to complain. But it just looks like with Rico, the thing really pops, and it just kind of slows down with you. But look, run the ball. That's going to help Andy. That's going to help this offense, period.
But this team really has been winning with defense at this point. How surprised are you the level of play that we've seen so far?
Look, after the first couple of weeks, I was ready to get rid of Coach Ivero real quick, but they've really kind of come together. The pass rush, six sacks yesterday, and Derrick Brown, oh my God, he was a monster yesterday. You know, three batted passes, a couple sacks. They really kind of, the whole defense, the defense up front, linebackers, secondary, everything is just kind of coming together at the right time because this stretch of games is very tough, and they're going to have to win it with running the ball and playing defense now, specifically without Bryce.
Just a few seconds left. I did want to ask you that, right? Here we are, 4-3, above 500, and we want to believe this, right? We don't think this is a mirage. That's what we are hoping for. Yeah. I guess we're going to find out the next couple.
Yeah, and this is what I wanted. I wanted them to be 4-3 at this point. But I would have preferred them to have Bryce because this is where you can evaluate who this team truly is. They're about to play the toughest stretch of games of the season. This is where we're going to find out what this team is truly made of. The first little couple bit of it is going to be without Bryce, but this is what you want for as a keep pounding as a fan. Right. This is what you want because this team is playing well at the toughest time of the year.
Yeah.
This is where you get to build the hope. You got the hope, but now you want to see it come to
3-game winning streak above 500 this time of year. Take it, Panthers fans. Absolutely.
Keep pounding.
You got that right. Nate, appreciate you stopping by as always. And of course, a new episode of The Point After just dropped today. Make sure you just download that. It's available wherever you stream. Again, Nate, thank you.
All right, we'll come